you talk a little bit about what got you in the Navy? You know, maybe the short
Sure.
story, but just talk about, you know, how you got the Navy, what interested you in the position.
Well, I came to Navy because I really believed in the mission, first of all, of Navy and what it was all about. When my wife and I visited Navy in Annapolis, we just fell in love with the academy and in the city of Annapolis. When I met with Athletic Director Chet Gladchuck and Admiral Miller, they were wonderful guys and presented their vision for Navy basketball and what they wanted, and it you know, it all fit from what myself and my wife and my family wanted. And I thought the opportunity to work with these young men would be an unbelievable experience, and it has been. It's been a great experience, and I've really welcomed the opportunity. And I, in some small way, I really feel like hopefully I'm going to help them become better leaders in what they're trying to do. And so it's been a great experience. One I've cherished so far. No regrets. I can tell you that. It's been great. The kids have been great, and we've enjoyed every day.
And outside of Jordan Sugar's really young team, so
Yeah.
you get to really show them the way you like to coach. Just how
Sure.
excited are you to come in and take over?
Well,
this
good
team?
news, bad news. We get 16 young kids. That's the bad news, but the good news is they really have been open. If sometimes you take over a team that's maybe a senior, junior-laden team, they have a certain way of doing things. The kids have been programmed a certain way. These guys, other than Jordan being a senior, they've been tremendous. They just do what we ask them to do. So I've been able to put our stamp on our program right from day one when I arrived back at the end of May, and so practices have gone pretty well. We've had our good days, and we've had some not so good days, like everyone. But the kids have been great, and they've been attentive, and they've listened, and they've been very open to what we're trying to do as a program. And I think they understand what our goals are, and I think they understand our method to try to reach our goals.
How nice is it to come into a program that had a Rookie of the Year in J.J. Avila, and what have you seen from him so far this season in the preseason? Yeah,
JJ's a good player. What I've tried to convince him of and our staff is he needs to expand his game. I think he was a catch-and-shoot guy, three-point shooting kid, and now we're trying to make him an all-around player. And I think any young guy, hey, come in and do that well, now let's expand your game the next year. And we're trying to expand his game. We're trying to get him in the post where he can score with the ball. He's very crafty. We're trying to get him fouled so we can get the free throw line, make easy play, easy baskets for us. His three-point shooting is very important to us. We're going to run a lot of stuff so he can catch and shoot. He's an unbelievable passer, and that's something that he can affect the other guys on the team. And what I've asked him to do is make other guys better. You know, I think he's a good player. He can expand his game, but I want him to make other guys better on the team. And when you do that, then you get that label as a great player.
I spoke with Jordan Sugars earlier, really nice guy. Just talk about what he means to your team to have a senior leader like him.
Sure, Suggs has been tremendous. He's a tremendous leader. He's not a rah-rah guy. He's not a guy that's very fake vocal, or sometimes I would call it. He comes in, he talks to the kids. He's a level-headed kid. He's got the same demeanor every day. There's not a high and a low. He's the same every day, which is good for a young team. You know, I don't think we want to ride emotion. I think we want to be a team that continues to play every day, gets better, stays the course, and Jordan's that way. He comes in and works hard every single day. He's a hard-working young guy. He'll be successful. He'll be successful in Navy. He'll be successful beyond.
Now, recruiting at Navy is got to be completely different than any recruiting that you've
Sure.
ever done in any of your coaching
Sure.
jobs. Talk a little bit about the difference. Is it something, the challenge that maybe you really like this new challenge of recruiting?
Yeah, well, the challenge is academics. The challenge is trying to find young men who, first of all, can play for you, who can make an impact in your program. And then the next challenge is academically, is to try to make sure they're not try, but you're going to make sure they have what you need to be successful at the academy, and that's a very, very solid academic young guy. He's got to be a bright guy. He's got to be a bright guy academically in the books. He's got to be a bright guy taking the SAT or ACT. He's got to be a well-liked guy because he needs recommendation letters from his high school principal and teachers. And so there's a lot of moving parts. And then you have to talk about the military aspect of things. They have to understand they're going to guarantee themselves a job for 5 years after they graduate and give back to our nation. And you have to recruit kids who understand that and who are willing to accept that as well. So it's a three-prong attack. First of all, somebody's good enough to help you. Academically, if I'm a very, very strong student, then you have to find a guy who's willing to give back. And at this day and age, hopefully we're finding more kids who want to give back to their country.
Are you looking forward to that first game where all the players are standing at attention, national anthem, getting ready to
start? Yeah, it is. It is fun. We went. My wife and I had an opportunity to go to graduation in end of May. It was an unbelievable experience. The speeches were tremendous. I mean, those four F-18 fighter jets come roaring over. It gives you goosebumps. And then after each football game, singing the Navy hymn, the kids, the flyovers, the march-ons. It makes you proud to be an American. It makes me very, very proud to be at the Naval Academy.